Oh my gosh, come on in, fellow pop culture aficionado.
Or our moms.
Hi, moms. And join us on the couples couch. We saved you a seat.
We're Tanner and KB Cunningham, a married couple who dish out hilarious banter and spark interesting conversation.
From the wild world of reality TV and the furthest reaches of the internet, we're here to unpack it all. So grab a snack, settle in, and let's explore the fascinating intersectional world of pop culture. Hello and good morning from the couples couch.
Welcome back to the couples couch.
How you doing, honey? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I'm doing well. It's Friday. We've done it. We made it to the end of the week. We're just got some stuff to do, and then we'll be in New Orleans soon.
I know. It's finally Friday.
Hey.
Do you know that song?
No, it sounds
Got
country.
my motor running for a wild weekend. I think it's Alan Jackson.
Okay.
Finally Friday. Everybody,
well, thank you,
cue
Mr.
Finally
Jackson.
Friday by Alan Jackson.
Or Friday by Rihanna. Or who's that one? That's the song I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Drink to that. I
Drink
knew
to
what
that.
you were
It's
thinking.
the weekend. It's not Friday related, but
cheers to the freaking weekend. Drink to that. Yeah. No, literally. Sorry y'all got to hear me sing for the last 30 seconds. Happy Friday, everybody. You're so welcome.
Friday. Yes, you're so welcome. It's Friday. We're here. We're ready to party. Should we give them the rhyme of the day?
Let's give you the rhyme of the day. Let's get ready to play. Okay. So the rhyme of the day. They've been secretly married for months. Saucy. And their divorce seems to be full of stunts.
Oh.
All this today on our Clickbait Culture Stories with the Couples Couch. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
So, what have we been up to?
What have we been up to? Well,
what haven't we been up to is the better question.
Honestly, what have we not been doing?
So, I'll just tell them what we have been doing because I can't tell you. I can't even remember what we have been doing. So, we've been doing all kinds of brand stuff.
Yeah.
If you saw my story the other night on Instagram, if you're not following me on Instagram, please go follow me at Cunningham Graham and the Couples Couch podcast, and follow Tanner too. You're.cunning. And we have been doing a ton of brand deal work. And so what that looks like is like we get hired and then have to create. And we get to create. I don't even use that language. We get to create. And we've spent a ton of time doing that. We've caught up on basically all of MAF's Denver.
MAF's Denver's over.
We watched Dubai.
We were about 3 months late to the party. That's okay.
Yeah, we were 3 months late. But you know what? I was reading the comments on
I was
Instagram
muted.
last night.
Oh, yeah?
And people were like, these girls are wild. These girls don't even... I'm like, you have been gaslit for so long that you think the women are the problem.
Who was saying it?
Women and men. But women have been gaslit for so long.
Wow.
That they believe that they are the problem. And you're not the problem.
Wait, I'm just literally so confused. Were they watching a different season than us? Because
No,
what were they saying that they were
doing? Like,
doing?
they always complain. They come together and they're just so toxic. And I'm like, yeah, they're complaining because they're stuck with these like...
dumb men.
For crap men that lie to get on a show to get clout.
Yes.
And then they are like, I don't want to be painted that way.
Right.
And I just like, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, I'm going to go in later and do a deep dive on Instagram and find out who was the producer that Austin was with. Because I just want to know,
Right.
like, who was the person that was like a part of production that was so up your butt that like you can't
Be
commit
married
to the person.
Becca? Yeah.
That you said you wanted. Like, they didn't match you with a producer. You said you wanted the match. They matched you with Becca. So.
Yeah. No, I agree. I need to know what happened there. And the people who said that in the comments, you're all dumb. So
You're
I
dumb.
don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you are really dumb. For real.
For real. Because you did not watch the same season as us. These men were garbage trash people. They were little bitch babies the whole time. That's literally what I called them. Little bitch babies.
No, literally. That's what they were. They just cried the whole time. They were so worried about their own, like... They came in knowing they weren't going to commit.
Right.
And they came in ready to just be like, you're trying to give me a bad edit. That story is so old, the bad edit. Now, yeah, production does have some play, right? You never know how your story is going to be told because so much film is being released.
Exactly, yeah.
But when you're consistently making decisions that are aligning with your character, then it's who you are. It's not an edit. And you keep making these decisions. That's your character. It's who you are.
No, you're right.
Yep, that's
You're
who you
right.
are.
So we're done with MAFs and done with these members.
No, Menver is horrible. I'm so glad I don't have to date anymore.
I do have
dating
an
in Denver.
Oh, sorry.
Horrible.
Go ahead.
I've dated in Denver. Horrible experiences.
Probably.
People coming with like sweat t-shirts that are just like white t-shirts that are like the neck is so big on them that like
a loose neck.
They didn't
cowl
like
neck t-shirt.
My issue is that like you didn't. I prepared and like thought about getting ready for you. And you didn't think 1 second about putting on deodorant for me.
Well, maybe they have pit problems, but no.
Yeah. No, I just like, no, you can't even put deodorant on for me the way your shirt was and you showed up in sweatpants. Okay.
No, it's wild.
That's what we're going to do?
Fashion show with no fashions.
Or like the non-committalness of Denver. Like, I don't know. We'll be together. We won't be together. Blah, blah, blah. I really like you. I think you could be the one. It's so crazy.
No, it's really crazy. Yeah. They like tell you everything you want to hear and give you absolutely nothing. And we saw that time and time again with Orion. We saw it time and time again with Austin. We saw it time and time again. Well, Brennan really didn't even do that. He was just
Brennan was just like stank
from the
faced.
beginning. Yeah. And so like, I don't know. These men were horrible. Cameron was horrible. He had some fake surgery in Boulder, allegedly. I don't know.
No, I literally think he had fake surgery.
Yeah. So it was weird.
I'll allege it, but we'll see.
Now some happier news.
Happier news.
And a bit of a neighbor update.
To be happier that we like our downstairs neighbors now. They're nice to us.
No.
Okay.
But yes, we do. They
Yeah.
are. They've
Update
like
on downstairs neighbors.
They've taken a turn and they've really gotten their stuff together. Like literally gotten their stuff together. They had poop on their
Porch
patio
for months. But yeah, no, we've had like lots of like nice, happy interactions with them recently. So it's been exciting. And the patio's been cleaned. I can enjoy my outdoors space. That's what I really wanted, was to be able to enjoy my balcony. Back to the important message of this.
So 2 days ago, we were coming back home from a walk. And as we were coming up the stairs, our next door neighbor, who has the most gorgeous, stunning beagle, we've talked about it here on the pod, was also coming downstairs. So she let us come up. So we come up and go up to the second, like almost to the third floor, just to let her come down. And we have a cute little interaction. We found out the name of the dog.
And have we already told them what we named the dog?
I don't know. Maybe we should, just for the story's sake.
Yes.
So
a few nights ago, like last week, we were on the balcony together.
Yeah.
And honestly, we saw their cute little beagle dog walking. And I was like, Tanner was like, what do you think their dog's name is? And I was like, I don't know. And he was like, Brixie's like a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
What do you think that beagle's like? And I was like, oh, I think his name is Croissant.
Croissant.
Because we knew the family next to us was like, we didn't know. We don't know much about them. But
no, we really don't.
We don't know much about them, but we could hear like their accent, and then it's like they're not from like Colorado. They're not from the South.
Right.
Like, so we were like, we're just trying to figure out where they're from. So we were like, they're French. They're a French family.
French family.
We like cosplayed this family and said they're from France. Well, I don't know why they would ever move here, but yes, like they moved from France to Colorado, and they have a dog named Croissant.
A beautiful beagle name, Croissant.
Croissant. And so we were like, Briggs is a cinnamon roll, and that baby's name is Croissant.
Yeah.
And then you tell him what happened.
So we're sitting there chatting with her, and she's like, I love your dog. I was like, yeah, we love yours too. Beagle, right? She's like, yeah, he's a full beagle. And I was like, oh yeah, ours is just part. He's beagle and chihuahua. And she's like, oh, he's really cute. What's his name? And so we told her his name is Brooks. And I said, what's your dog's name?
Tanner was like, let me tell you, I was like a little
Like,
bit on
my
the phone in
lips-
the back. He was so excited, grinning. He like could
My
not.
lips were pencil thin. They were tucked fully into my gums. You could only see teeth. I was just like so happy. I was like, what is his name? And
Because we've been wanting to talk to the neighbors for 2 months.
yeah, for
like
2
since
months.
they moved in.
Exactly. And so
But they haven't given us much time of day with their dog.
no, but that day she was feeling generous, and I was appreciative, and I took the moment and asked her the name of the dog, and she tells me it is indeed Bagel.
Bagels. We were so close, everybody. She was like, Beagle, bagel.
Yeah, I was like, spot on, love, no notes.
Yeah.
Great. I was going to say croissant, but you chose bagel. It
Bagel.
trips me up every time, but
No.
I'll allow it.
And now we hear her sometimes. Like yesterday, Tanner was like, I was walking up the stairs and she was going inside, and he heard her go, Bagel, you're such a good boy.
She's like, oh, Bagel, what have you been doing? You're so good.
And I love seeing Bagel on the patios in the morning. So
Yeah, Bagel the Beagle, we love you. And now that she's told me its name, I'm going to abduct it. That's
yeah,
like
I
on
know.
her.
I'm like, does Bagel want to have play dates? Does Bagel want to live with me?
I'm like, Bagel, come here. I'm going to have treats in my pocket. I know its name now. It's over for her.
I know. We just got some new 8-in-1 multivitamin treats for dogs, and they're so good. Like, Brix loves them. He's like a little like, honestly,
Fiend
let
for
me
them.
say it. Like,
He's a fiend.
he's a full fiend. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, how can I say this? He's so obsessed with them. They're cute little heart shaped, and he loves them. And you know what? I'm going to try and lure in Bagel with these treats with benefits. They're treats with benefits because they're going to treat me to Bagel.
Yeah, literally.
I'm like, Bagel, come live with me.
Bagel, come here.
I'm like, you all want to have partial custody? I know we just met, but like, I would like to split.
No, Bagel belongs to us now, unfortunately, now that we know his name.
Yeah, Bagel's a baby, and my dog is gay, and so like
Yeah.
honestly, I could like marry him off for a little bit to the person next door. Wouldn't that be so sweet?
That would, we could just build like a little, we share a wall actually, so we could just like cut through the wall.
We'll cut through the wall and give them like a little like that way they can have like what are those called? something visits. Conjugal.
Conjugal.
Because they're in our prisons. I'm like, you have to live with me.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's our neighbor update there.
That's a neighbor update.
Neighborly advice.
Anything else? We watched Dubai. Dubai's been really good. I will say they waited 150 years to give it to us, but wow, they've delivered.
They have delivered. Dubai has been really good. I've appreciated that. We're done with Summer House for the season.
Yeah.
I know
Always
we have some
so strange to me though, and I think we've talked about this personally, that Summer House does not come out like during summer. I mean, It does a little bit of it, but like now is whenever I feel like the peak Lindsay stuff should be happening. Lindsay and Carl Fight should be cooking right now.
They should, but it's been a year, and that's what's so hard
about
about it is like we get Winter House almost in like we get Winter House in the winter, but it's been like winter feels so long here, and then Summer House like. Yeah, I guess most people get Summer House in spring, but spring is just like coming alive here for us. So. Like one day this week it was 90 degrees. Another day this week it was like 55 and we were like shivering. Actually Wednesday when we were doing on the 19th, happy birthday, Patrina, happy birthday, Mima, on the 19th. We were freezing.
Sweatsuits,
we were freezing. We were walking to the field to like shoot some walking content and I was shivering on the way there. We took a video. Tanner put like his like bandana around my neck because he was like, I was freezing so bad.
She was so cold, yeah. Yeah, it was cold. We were in sweatsuits, chilling outside. It was great. And then it was like 80 degrees yesterday, so. But yeah, that's back. What we've been up to. What happened in Dubai? I don't really even know. We just said it was good.
Yeah, I don't remember too much of
well,
like what happened. I just remember, Caroline Brooks and Caroline Stanbury are in their like face off really. It's like what it is. And like they're talking about what's happened. Mm-hmm. Why are they not getting along? I used to get along so well. She's like, I'm so busy. I'm running my glass house business. Right. Like, and Caroline Stanbury's like, yeah, I don't care if you're busy. Like, you're either like friends with me or you're not. That was like the gist of it to me.
I agree.
Chanel on. Okay. Chanel on looked, I loved her outfit.
Which one?
The disco ball. She wore this disco ball outfit at the very end and she walked in. She picked up this is Chanel on coded. This is who I like dreamed to be. She has on her beautiful disco ball outfit. The party is decorated with the disco ball. So she picks up the disco ball off the floor and then just carries it around with her all night like an accessory. Yeah. And I'm like, respect.
That's funny.
Respect. Like she understands the moment. She's like so lighthearted, even in like the silliness of things. Some people like view it as extra. Honestly, I just think they're jealous. I would be jealous of Chanel Ayan if she walked to my party like that. I'd be like, it's my party and Chanel Ayan's the star.
Well, it's
and
her.
She always
at
is.
the end of the day, it's her craft, and like everything is a fashion shoot. She saw this thing and she said, fashion. It's now my accessory, and I respect it.
No, literally.
To me, she's an artist.
No, she is an artist. So yeah, there's that. And do you want to get into some of the stories?
Oh my gosh, let's dive into the stories.
Okay.
So do you have any preference for where we start?
Let's start with some happy news.
Okay. I don't think there's a lot of happy things cooking in here, but let's see.
Oh, it's Ashanti.
Oh, that is very exciting. I love this story. Okay.
So, some exciting news, and this is something that I kind of thought might be like actually, but I'm glad it's real.
Yeah.
Ashanti and Nelly are married and have been for months. Congratulations, 1,000 congratulations.
No, I'm smiling so big. I love this pairing so much. I have no words, no notes, nothing. Just congratulations, 1,000 congratulations. And like, I love you guys. And they're about to have a baby, or well, not about to, but she's pregnant. Yeah. And it's just really exciting times.
No, it is. It's such exciting times. They revealed their pregnancy and engagement back in April, but they've been married since last year. So that is it's incredible. And I'm so happy for their arrival of their first baby together. They're just two incredible artists. Like if you didn't grow up listening to Nelly, you were doing it wrong. If you're like in our age range. If you don't know Ashanti, go get on Spotify right now. Go listen to any of Jennifer Lopez's songs. They used to use her vocals on it and not pay her. Allegedly.
That's true. I've heard that.
Allegedly.
I've heard it.
I've heard it multiple times that like Ashanti used to always do Jennifer Lopez's background vocals and she was never given the recognition nor like obviously the money because like Jennifer made the most from those records. So let's just like talk about what it is. And she's just getting like all of her flowers, having the best time of her life. And I say all that to say it gets greater later.
That's true. And they have several songs together that are like iconic and from, a certain era, which I love. And like it just feels nostalgic. It feels like I don't know, like the high school,
No, it really
couple
is
got
because
together.
they dated on and off from 2003 to 2013.
Exactly.
Like they are literally like folks that grew up, discovered themselves more,
And grew back together.
and grew back together. And to be able to do that is so incredible. As somebody who has like, we never dated before,
No.
but like we did grow up together.
Right.
We always stayed in contact. And then now we're like, I feel like we're actually growing up again together. And it feels really sweet. Like there's so much that we're doing and growing in. And I don't know, like I'm always going to make it about me.
Well, that's why we have a podcast, so obviously.
Yeah. But I love that. And it's so important.
Yeah, no, it's really exciting. Like I said, I love this story so much. Love Nelly, love Ashanti. Excited for them and their marriage and their little baby to come.
A little baby to come. We're so excited. Happy congratulations to everyone. All
now,
right.
a little update from a story that we talked about on Tuesday about Justin Timberlake being arrested in the Hamptons for a DWI. I have several funny things that have come out after the fact. My favorite being, did you hear this story about the person that arrested him? He was a very young officer, I think like in his 20s, like early 20s.
Yes, I have heard this story.
Okay.
Do you want to tell the people a little bit about it?
Yeah, so as Justin Timberlake is being arrested, this is all alleged. This is like what people have said, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
But as he's being arrested, he says something to the effect of, man, this is going to ruin the tour. And the little officer looks at him after seeing his name, seeing his photo, not clocking him as the superstar that he once was, putting no respect on this man's name. He said, excuse me, what tour? He said, the world tour. And the little boy said, don't know what you're talking about.
I have such.
He's like, this man is so drunk, he thinks he's on a world tour.
No, that's so funny. Yeah, like it's the kids never lie. They'll always humble you. Okay,
Humbled.
The kids will be like, they're like, sit down, be humbled. Thank you. Oh, speaking of Kendrick Lamar, like pause. Side note, he performed Not Like Us
The
last
diss
night in
track.
LA.
What?
Oh, not last night. He performed like Not Like Us last night or 2 nights ago,
I
all
heard
across
that.
LA.
I saw that, yeah.
And it's like he like basically it was like the ending of like the rap battle, basically of like Kendrick wins was
Kendrick won.
was the thing. But back to this, the world tour that Justin was on. All I'm thinking about right now, and maybe I should save it, but I'm just going to go ahead and give it because like we have about 150 listeners and a much bigger reach with our TikToks and Instagram. All I can think about is the Trolls World Tour. In that movie, because he's Trolls.
Right,
He's
yeah, I
also
remember
Trolls.
that.
And like all I can think of him like saying that in his like little Trolls and like, damn it, it's going to ruin the tour.
He's going to ruin the tour.
And it's like, bum, 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 ba-da. Like that's in my head. Like as you were saying it, all I could imagine was like the Trolls, like Justin saying that there, and then like flashes to cartoons.
That is funny.
I've also seen that Jessica Biel is not happy,
Oh, well, why would she be?
and she's like she doesn't like when any negativity comes towards the family. Now, what I have to say, and that's all alleged. I don't know. I saw it in social media, but are you happy at all with him anyway?
No, she's not. And he doesn't make it easy to be happy with, I'll be frank. He does dumb stuff quite often. We see it. We saw him with that lady in New Orleans or wherever they were holding hands. I hated to see that. Now, this, though, is embarrassing because, well, it's all embarrassing. But I don't know where I was going with that. I lost the
Oh,
thread.
well, she's filming right now in New York City.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's embarrassing because I'm filming my stuff. And then you have bad
And
things
you're
coming
right,
out.
yeah.
And it's going to be associated with it the whole time of, like, remember when Jessica Biel was filming that movie in New York and her husband can't, like, call a freaking driver and he's a multimillionaire?
Now, I did
That's
find out.
embarrassing.
I had to know what he was drinking that got him so turns up.
Swaza?
It wasn't, because that's what I had hoped.
Because Swaza is
That's his
$7
brand.
at King Soupy's and it is good.
Yeah, and it's his brand. So, you know, he was not drunk on Swaza. He was indeed drunk on...
What a cock. Swaza's a cock.
Yeah. He was the Vesper. Have you heard of this? It
Oh,
was
yeah.
created for James Bond.
I have heard about the Vesper.
Have
There's
you?
actually, there's a bar in Denver called Vesper.
Wow. Okay.
I used to go there for happy hours with all my little friends when we used to like meet in secret.
Do you know what's in a Vesper?
Vodka?
Correct. Grey Goose vodka, Tanqueray gin, and a wine-based aperitif Lillet Blanc.
That will vesp you up.
No, they're all alcohol. So, yeah, of course he was
Like,
glossy-eyed.
I'm gonna vesp you up. Well, literally, like.
And it indeed did not affect his world tour. He was on tour, I think, I saw on the Daily Mail yesterday or something. Tickets are going for about $9 now, but you know what? The tour's still
Oh
happening.
my gosh, is it coming to Denver? I'll go.
I'm not
I'm
going.
like,
Parking's such a pain, and I'm not driving to Denver.
I'm like, if
for
you
this
pay
man.
me $500, Justin Timberlake, I will go to your concert, but you have to go ahead and park comping. Actually, just get me
Pay
an
for
Uber.
my Uber, literally. Since you couldn't do it for yourself, pay for my Uber.
Yeah, that's what you should do with this okay, Justin Timberlake's management team. And okay, this is to you. I know you're getting my like timestamp from the podcast.
Yes.
We will gladly come to your show,
Mm-hmm.
take lots of reels and footage, get in our Ubers, video the Ubers. Yeah. Y'all can do a comeback campaign right now of like saying, we respect people that don't drink and drive.
Yeah, be like,
here's your Uber. And y'all can send us just
responsible.
$200 Uber credit. It's a tax write-off. Send it.
Send it.
We'll do it. We'll make the content for you. Send the Uber. Send us 500. We'll be there.
That's so
That's
true.
my tip.
Yeah,
Just
I was
kidding.
like, I'm not going for free, and I'm certainly not driving and parking. But if they're going to pay for my Uber and they're going to give me a comp ticket and some free drinks, a meal, something, I'll be there.
I'll be there. Be square. Yeah. So yeah, he was making a Vesper. He was drinking Vesper.
Vesper.
I do like the name like Lillet. Lillet. Or like the word. I think it's just a beautiful word.
Lillet. Yeah.
Lillet. Lillet. Lillian. Kimmy Schmidt.
Kimmy. Another update from Tuesday's podcast, or maybe this was Monday's, I don't recall, but this week's podcast.
Yeah.
Fire Rose left bombshell handwritten love notes for Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh.
So their divorce continues to get messier and messier. Now, what I love about the Daily Mail is they will slick just release text. They will also slick just release handwritten notes. So I have them both here. I'm going to read them to you now.
Okay.
So if you don't recall, Fire Rose was married to Billy Ray for not a very long time.
Right.
And probably not for a very good time. But
yeah. I ain't here for a long time, but I'm here to make my money.
Yeah, that's what she said. So I kind of assumed, based on him like asking for an annulment and saying it was fraudulent, that she potentially had cheated on him, right?
Yeah.
So her text message to him says, I'm listening to you, baby. I love you. I don't want us to be on different sides fighting a war that nobody wins. I'm going to do what you're telling me because you promised me you can talk as soon as I've left, and I trust you. I'm praying with my entire soul that we find each other again today. I feel completely lost and miss you more than I can explain. And you will know I'm listening to... Okay, it's getting very long-winded. Hold on. Let me just... there's about 25 more. Oh, she lost 5 pounds since Wednesday. I can't eat. I want to live. I don't want to live without. Oh, that's not good. Please give me a chance to make this right. I can explain everything. This is where it gets confusing. I can explain everything. But I need you on my side. I need my hero back. And then...
When a hero enters in... I feel like she's just taking music lyrics from each thing of like all the songs I listen to.
Who was that? That was someone...
That's
a Real
Mariah.
Housewife. No, there was a Real Housewife. Oh, Candace Diller Bassett. Whenever she married Chris,
Oh.
he did those lyrics
He did songs
for his vows. I thought that was whack.
just like, Candace deserves more than that.
No, I thought it was
offense,
whack. I
But
thought
maybe
it
they
was whack.
super bond over music. So I'm just like, they bond over music. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's just sending him a line from each song. You keep
Yes.
going. I'll find a song.
Okay, perfect. So then Fire Rose, after Billy Ray asked for an annulment, she comes out and says that there had been some hands laid on her by him. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I don't know the right way to say it. Like, he had allegedly maybe potentially abused her.
Yeah, like
Domestic violence.
A DA
Thank
charge.
you. Yeah. And then that's whenever he releases these text messages and this note. The handwritten note says, I miss you more than I can explain in words, baby. Please, let's work this out and not become anything but closer out of this hellish experience. I need you. I love you. I am so sorry. P.S. Someone misses you like crazy, heart. I guess it's a dog or something.
Oh, yeah. I think it's like Tommy or something. I'm like, who's Tommy?
Who's Tommy? Now, I know we can manipulate the media, right? But this is curious that she's released an apology note to him, and this text message seems as though she has something to be ashamed of.
Right. No, I do think something happened. I don't know what happened. But you know what? Who is to say what is involved in this?
Right.
Who's to say? I don't know if there's any like substances. I don't know how they are all mentally doing with or without substances.
Sure.
Relationships are messy and nasty. And when toxic people get together and they continue to do toxic things, it only goes worse. I feel like we saw this with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Right.
I feel like we've seen this like in the media like time and time again of like Hollywood couple, a little bit of money, a little bit of access, a little bit of this.
Yeah.
Big ego. Drama. Tale as old as time.
That's true.
Beauty and the
That's why I can't look
Beast.
away.
Yeah.
It's like all I think about. What's Fire Rez going to do today?
What's
What's Billy
Fire Rez
Ray doing?
What's Billy doing?
I haven't thought about Billy Ray in 10 years, and now he's on my mind every day.
Listen, do you think about Miley a lot?
Obviously.
Even one of the first things in this, I was like, oh, came in like a wrecking ball. Like, literally. I wonder if they listen to that together. They should.
They should. I think they wrote music together, so maybe they wrote their own version.
Oh, yeah. I came in like a tractor pull. Did it know so loud and cool. Like, okay. And on that note, I'm done.
On that note, she's done. And some other sad news.
Tell me more.
Donald Sutherland, dead at 88.
Deaded. That is so sad. Good night, Donald.
Oh my goodness. Good
Honestly,
night.
88, that's a very long time to live. He has graced our TV for so long. He's also given us Kiefer Sutherland.
I was going to say, I made that connection last night.
I had
Whenever
no
I was reading the
idea.
article on the Daily Mail, I was like, wait a second. Kiefer Sutherland is his son? I just assumed they were two different people. I knew that they were, but like I didn't know that they were, his dad. That was his dad.
Well, that makes sense. I didn't know he was Canadian. I mean, he lived in Miami, but like...
Kiefer Sutherland, the original Nepo baby.
Such a Nepo baby. The Emmy and Golden Globe winner made a name for himself appearing on MASH, Clute, in 1970s horror films Don't Look Now. I personally know him, though, from The Hunger Games.
Exactly.
I was like, President Snow.
President Snow's not with us.
President Snow has passed.
President Snow's passed.
President Snow has passed. Really old presidents, they're just... I don't know if we should have presidents this old. Anyway... Like, only after they're done serving. And so, we've got that now. We've got two 85-year-old idiots running for president again. So
true.
here we are.
President Snow.
Doomed. This is America, where we don't have anyone below the age of 80 running for president, basically.
Well, that's true.
But we don't want those people driving on our roads. But they say, who cares? They have drivers, unlike Justin Timberlake. So that's sad, though. I've always enjoyed his work. And... you know what? This man has looked the same his whole life. I'm looking at this picture from Kiefer.
Oh, right. When Kiefer was a little baby and Donald looks identical. He just has less gray hair.
Less gray hair. Always had these like big, enticing eyes, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, Donald Sutherland, thank you so much for like everything you've given to the acting world, to our arts. May you rest in peace.
Rip.
Now, this next one is kind of fun.
What?
Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky reunite to surprise daughter Portia.
For what?
I don't know why they're doing this.
You don't? It was for her birthday.
Oh, this is really spot on.
Yeah.
Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky unite to surprise Portia with a Porsche.
2 on the nose.
It's on the nose, baby. I would have probably gone like Maserati, but like...
Yeah, I'm like, my daddy is the president of the agency. I want an Aston Martin. I don't want a Porsche. Porsche is our for poor people. Obviously, that's a joke. So,
obviously. But yeah, no, that's so exciting. And don't we love Portia? Portia's so funny.
Portia is funny, but in my mind, I'll never not think of her as a little girl because that's how she was first introduced to me. You know that happens. You know how that happens sometimes, like in real life too. Like you'll just always picture this, even though they're full grown. You're like, oh my gosh, I just remember you as a little baby.
Absolutely.
And you were so cute, so sweet, so little. It's weird to me that you can drive now.
Yeah, no, we do that. People get like stunted, like especially. I think about this like with family friends,
right?
Like when people grow up and like, oh my gosh, when did you get so big? And celebrities.
Yes.
We stunt celebrities and try and freeze them in time, and then like they try to like evoke that for us for so long, and then like we're disappointed when they're grown up and they do things that we don't like
necessarily align or don't like,
or like it's not for us to agree with, but the mass media is like, oh, when did they become like that? We don't know her from that. They're not like that. I'm like, we don't know them.
Yeah.
But that's really cool that they got her a Porsche, I guess. That's really great. I wonder how much the car insurance is for that.
Oh,
like honestly,
they don't care. But yeah, that's a great question. I agree. It's got to be thousands of dollars a month.
Yeah, like because I just can't imagine having like my little baby girl
and
I feel Porsche. But you know what? Respect.
Porsches are loud too. That's my other thing. Like I don't want a sports car that's loud, or I don't want a luxury car that's loud. That's why if I had a luxury car, I would have like, what are those big ones that I always like? I don't know. That kind of look like
Rivian?
Yeah, I like a Rivian, but I'm talking about the ones that look like cubes. They're Range Rovers. Range Rover's fine. They don't make a lot of noise.
No, you're talking about the Mercedes-Benz. You're talking about a G-Wagon.
Yes, thank you, a G-Wagon. Those don't make a lot
like
of noise.
Some of the Range Rovers because they're so sporty looking.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, a non-sporty
Bentley don't make a lot of noise. I would take a Bentley.
Yeah, we don't like noise in this house.
No.
The other day my phone was on loud and Tanner was like, "What the hell is that?"
No, I was like, someone is gonna get us. We got to turn that off. It like sent my stress levels through the roof.
I was getting like back-to-back texts, and I was just like, "What is this? Make it stop! Make it stop!"
I thought we were watching Clip to Vista Viano. Like there was, I hate that's like my one note with that. Like the texting thing. It was like ooh.
And what psychos out there? Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Who?
Leave their key beeps on still. That click, 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 click.
What's a key beep?
The clicks. You know when you on your keyboard,
yes.
the click
Whenever
on the
you're
keyboard,
typing, the typing
typing
clicks.
on the keyboard. Like we've heard people do it over like loudspeakers before, or like like when you're in a room with people and like they're hooked up to and they're DJing the set, but they have their key clicks on, and I'm like,
ridiculous.
I need you to turn that off. I'm listening to this song and like nobody wants to hear your click. It's like click, 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 click. That is so annoying.
No, that's
but do you think
a
it's
crime.
made to drive
It's a crime.
texting?
No, it's a crime.
Because like when you hear it, you think of text messages, and so you're like, okay, who do I need to text? What do I need to do? And so like, does it drive you to be on your phone more? Is this like a mass consumerism? I don't know.
I do see the value in it now that I've said this about V, but like in TV shows and stuff too, like if you don't know what they're doing, if you hear the you'll know it's like a text, right?
Yeah, because we've had a lot of TV on recently where I haven't been paying attention, but like I know what's happening because of just like I'll listen a lot. Honestly, it's a lot like listening to a podcast. I'm just like, oh, I'm listening to my podcast and my TV shows.
Right. So I do understand the value in it, but not in real life. If you're doing it in real life and you're not just like by yourself, it's a crime.
It's a crime. This ain't a scene. Okay. So, and then I think this is one of like our last stories.
Oh, we have two more.
Oh, okay. Tell me more.
Kenya Moore speaks out after being suspended indefinitely from RHOA, Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I can't imagine she said anything. Oh, well, actually, what did Kenya say?
Well, she said she's going to stay winning and she'll be on our screens, and that it's basically, she didn't say it's not true. Now, the allegations against her that I've heard and read in this article are that she had a party at her hair salon.
Kenya Moore hair care.
Yes. And she had photos of the new castmate. Apologies, I don't know your name yet. I haven't seen you on my screens. So, of the new castmate doing illicit things. I think potentially.
I think it was oral sex. Let's just
That's
say what
I
it
was going to say.
Yeah, I'm like, it's just oral sex. Yeah.
Yeah.
And not just oral sex, but. And they were of the newcomer Brittany Edie.
Oh, thank you, Brittany.
Sorry, I was trying to pull up her name.
It's revenge porn.
No, it's revenge porn. It's disrespectful. Honestly, I do expect this from Kenya.
You do expect it from Kenya? Yeah, same.
Kenya. Well, this is what I'll say I expect from Kenya. I expect Kenya's response from Kenya of like, I'll be back on your screen. Because that's what Kenya always does. She doesn't own up to what she does.
Right.
She says, I'm the better person here. I'm beautiful. Love me.
Mm-hmm.
That gets old after 30 years. Kenya, you're a 50-year-old woman.
You have a daughter now, too. It's just like
that's
it's
what
too
you're
much.
doing to your daughter. Like, that's what you're representing to her of like, oh, this is good. What did that happen to your daughter?
Exactly.
I don't care if she sells it online for money behind a paywall. I don't know if that's what Brittany does. I don't know the whole story there. I don't care if she sells it behind a paywall. She's getting paid to do it. You know what? We respect sex workers.
Right.
Number 2, though, it was just like disrespectful. Like, what if your daughter? What if that was released from your daughter? That's all I have to say about it.
No, I
What if
agree.
that was released from you? What if that was released from the aunt that you love, that you always talk about? What? Anybody else, anybody that you care about, you would be in uproar. You would say this is horrible. You would do any of those pieces. But nope.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll watch what happens whenever the season comes out, but she's allegedly suspended indefinitely. And if this is indeed what happened, like I said, it is revenge porn, and they need to make a strong stance. Like, it's not okay. It's not acceptable. Like you said, irregardless of if she puts it behind a paywall, it's not meant for everyone to see because they didn't pay me for it. So if you want to pay me for it, fine.
Right.
But
like not till.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's bad. It's not good. Hate to see it, Kenya. Hate to see it. Hate to hear it.
From me because the thing is, like, I always want to root for Kenya.
I know. She's good TV, but
She's
then
good
she's
TV.
bad. She does bad stuff.
She just doesn't take any accountability. I think that's my biggest issue with Kenya is that she never takes accountability for her actions and for like what she also brings to the table. And that is really hard for me to watch.
No, I agree. Now, this last story, Khloe Kardashian is set to launch a video podcast with Elon Musk. It'll be on X, and it's going to bring her boundary-pushing sense of humor to the airwaves in a 26-episode video podcast. Now, the Hollywood Reporter reported this. That's hard to say. Hollywood Reporter figured that out. But they're not going to be focusing on dating. They really don't know what it's going to be about. It's going to expected to premiere in the fall. Again, not a lot of information. Don't even know if her family members will guest. But what are your thoughts? Initial thoughts about Khloe having a visual podcast for 26 episodes on X?
Okay. This is what I'll say. We know Khloe. If you watch Khloe back in Kourtney and Khloe Take Miami,
yeah,
we know that Khloe is actually a great radio personality.
Sure.
She really enjoyed it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
She's done it also. She did it back on, I don't remember. She did it in Miami. Her and Scott had some stuff.
Had the little podcast in the tub at the Hamptons.
You
yeah.
know,
mm-hmm.
I don't need to see Khloe's face, to be honest. But I'm excited she's going to be like doing something. Now, I don't agree with her boundary pushing sense of humor. The headline of that, her sense of humor hasn't been funny to me in years. Khloe Kardashian
lost her sense of humor whenever she changed her face.
These men ate her, and she gave them away. Her sense of humor, her soul, and her excitedness. And I hate that. I hate that Khloe's not funny anymore. Go turn on the old Kardashians. Go turn on all these things. And people do change. And you know what? Like, she's allowed to change. She's allowed to evolve. She's allowed to mold. But I think a lot of it happened because of like fame and hurt. And so I just don't know how she's going to give me a boundary pushing sense of humor with what I see on Khloe right now on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and the Kardashians on Hulu. Like, she hasn't been funny to me in a while. She seems pretty downtrodden and sad most of the time. She is always talking about needing a little pill from her mommy, Chris, to make it through the day. Yeah. I don't know. I don't see it being funny.
I agree. And, you know, with podcasts, we'll see. The cream always rises. Like, you just never know. Sometimes these celebrity things have so much hype around them and they have such like a big audience. Like the first two are amazing and then like we never hear about them again. And I feel like that's going to be what happens here.
No, I mean, yeah, look back at 2020 and all the people that had podcasts that came out. We had Imrata. She had a huge podcast. We had Ashley Graham, huge podcast. We had, I don't know. I was listening to a lot of podcasts. Meghan Markle, Archwell Productions.
Yeah, I'm just like, there's all of these that start and end very quickly. They have a lot of press initially, and then boom, they're done.
It's like they get like a backer, they get like a 1-season deal. They're like, I don't like doing this, and then they don't do it anymore. And it's
26 episodes is a lot to commit to.
It is a lot. 26 episodes to commit to. That's 26 days in a month.
And it's visual too. Like, I don't mind. I would do this. This I could do for 26 hours in a row. Like, without even pausing. Visually, no, I couldn't.
Honestly, if we had a different setup, I think I could do it visually very easily because
I agree. If we had like a room we could just walk into and it's all set up, yes.
Yeah, but we're working with what we got. Our house is Cunningham Studios and like we are studying it up. Yeah. But like, absolutely. I don't know. I think it's a podcast deal that is quick and low. You never know.
Yeah, we'll see this fall what happens, but I might give it an initial watch, you know. But
I'll definitely support Khloe Money. I love Khloe. Like, you all, like, that's the thing. Actually, I love Khloe. I'm really
Cancerian queen.
I am honestly, I'm devastated about what's happened to Khloe. Like, when I think about like all the things, all the harm, her being with Tristan, all the things she went through with Lamar, like all of the lies she's been told. She dropped out of college to take care of her sisters because her mommy Chris. High school. She dropped out of high school because mommy Chris asked her to.
Yeah, she got her GED, so she could take care of the kids. Basically.
Khloe has given them everything, and so that's actually like, I get why she's not funny. I get why she struggles.
But she was funny.
Yeah.
She just needs to get back to old Khloe. So maybe
that's what I'm saying. I get why though. I get why she's not old Khloe. Is because like she's given everybody everything she has, and now she just wants to be in her Cancerian whole cocoon inside Calabasas. And I say respect.
Respect, but you know the money has to continue to come in if you have this big mansion. So like, here's a 26.
Care of all of Tristan's kids and family members.
Literally.
I don't understand why she loves him so much and rides for him so much, but I respect her. Okay.
I respect her. I respect her. The one thing I don't respect, and well, Kourtney's broken this now. I was gonna say Chris raised nothing but a bunch of baby mamas. Even Rob Kardashian is a baby mama, in my opinion, and Kourtney has broken that cycle. It seems. I love to see it.
Yeah, I just like, I hate that. There's so much I just don't love for these women.
Yeah.
But
they perpetuate it, so let them live. Now, should we wrap this up? Because I'm fully laying down. I started this podcast. I was upright and now I fully lay down. So before I go to sleep, we should wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up. Thank you so much for listening to the Couples Couch podcast, where you give you our clickbait culture stories and everything in between. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And if you also need to listen to us every day, which you do, you want to, you can find us anywhere that you listen to your podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and we will talk to you soon. Love you.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye.